Pinnell, Stanifer. It's four. I think that's more than last week at the beginning of the show. What up, what up, what up? How's everybody's week going? I guess the week just started. I don't know. Does anybody? I guess if you have like a regular 9 to 5 or Monday to Friday job, it's been a long time since I had one of those. Have I ever had one of those? No, no, not really. The most Monday to Friday 9 to 5 or job that I had was at the newspaper, and that was not that either, because I frequently covered weekend stuff and evening stuff, and I don't know that I've ever actually. No, this is the first time I actually thought about that. I've never had like a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of job. Huh? Learn something. Come here to learn. Oh, and yes, Paul's got a good point. Work all weekend, most weekends. Well, now that I have numerous jobs, I just work whenever and however long I can. But at least I love all of the things that I do now. Um, I've never been able to say that I I have numerous jobs, and all of them I thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, what do you know? It only took me, how long have I been a working person? 25 years. Only took me 25 years to distill my work life into things that I thoroughly enjoy. I have one job that I don't enjoy. Well, that's on you, my friend. But it's Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. So do you like that's at least a consistent, regular schedule, even if the job itself isn't something you enjoy? Do you enjoy the fact that it is a consistent, probably unionized and relatively well-paying job? Because I might. Spent today in therapy getting your knee back to somewhat normal. Good. Good. Glad to hear that it's going well. Only took you 50 years to reach semi-retired. Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever reach semi-retired at this rate. I don't make enough money to ever semi-retire. Did I tell Chris he was docking his pay because he wasn't here last week? Well, I told him that we talked about him on the show. And I think he knows. He knows. He has he was excused. He was after the fact, despite him not telling me in advance. I have excused him from last week's episode. He turned 59 on Thursday, and I should retire, but I don't want to grow old. You retire, you die. Well, but I mean, retire is a fluid term, right? Um, my mom and dad both retired, but they fill their lives with things. So it's not, you know, you, retirement doesn't mean like curling up in a ball in the corner and like saying goodbye. I mean, I retired from journalism, kind of. I still do a little bit here and there, but I retired from my journalism job. No, I didn't. I quit. See, where's that line? What does retired actually mean? Does it mean you stop working? So you stop being of benefit to others? Because in that case, I don't think anybody ever should retire. I think you should continue to strive to be of benefit to others forever. If that's what retirement means, then I'm never going to retire. I guess I'm retired also. I wake up rested and get retired every day. Oh, hey-oh! What about if you're not of any benefit while you're working? Then you've already retired and you're just still collecting a paycheck? I don't know. These concepts are... yeah, that's a good point. I would assume that you are of some benefit to someone, Pinnell. You're of benefit to me. You're my sole employee. And you are of benefit. Don't you forget it. Sean McGill, welcome to the show. Ran late, was waiting for election results. You're actually almost bang on time, my friend. We're only 6 minutes in. A bunch of people showed up an hour late to the show last week. And I lied to you folks. I apologize for lying to you. I didn't mean to. It was not my intention that I was going to we weren't going to wait a week to finish this bowl. I was going to finish it in the next couple of days because I didn't want to leave my lathe just sitting there with a bowl on it for the whole week. But I just didn't get a chance to. I was doing too many other things and didn't get back to the bowl. And then I looked at it on Saturday night. No, it was Friday night after work. I was like, you could finish this right now, but you're only 2 days from the next show. So really, at this point, you might as well just leave it and we'll finish it on the show. So tonight we're going to finish the walnut bowl that we started last week. That's just been sitting there waiting for us. Despite me telling you that was not what was going to happen. Who can see the future? I had fully intended on finishing that over, sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday. I just didn't get into the shop on Tuesday or Wednesday. I was doing too many other things. And then I worked Thursday, worked Friday. Friday night, I came out for a little bit, and I was like, at this point, you might as well just wait. Is what it is. I did get my bowl blanks that I am going to do hopefully this week. I almost don't even want to say that anymore. Hopefully this week I'm going to do the unboxing and setup of my jumbo jaws, my one-way jumbo jaws, to be able to turn off tenons off the bottom of bowls. And I got my bowl blanks that I'm going to do for that video, because I'm going to do a few and just leave the tenon and then put the jumbo jaws on and turn the tenons off. So I've got a piece of elm. So was it 3 by 8? I got a bunch of 8-inchers, so I don't have to move the little knobbies on the jumbo jaws. I got 4 8-inch bowl blanks. I got a 3 by 8 elm. I got a 2 by 8 figured maple. It's got some flaming in it that should be interesting. I got a 2 by 8 myrtle. And I got a 2.5, 3 by 8 cherry. So those are what I'm going to use for my jumbo jaws video. Did you buy a set of coal jaws? I bought the jumbo jaws, the one-way jumbo jaws, to be able to do tenons instead of mortises, and so I can stop leaving little mortises in the bottom of my bowls. And I'm gonna hopefully get those tried out on these 4 8-inch bowl blanks over the next week or so. Turn another mimosa bowl over the weekend. Mimosa is an alcoholic beverage. Okay. Set of coleslaw. I got a set of coleslaws. David Buffington's back. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, so that's my stack of 8-inch blanks that are going to be going towards that video. I should, at this point, I think we have a video, probably, if I organize myself properly. I have at least 3 recorded. I started editing one today. I was hoping to have one done that we could premiere tonight before the show, but I didn't get it done. So I think I have at least, well, I've got randomly picking my new random orbit sander. I've got the Glowforge material cabinet. I've got my DX60 block plane. I got I brought a photographer to my garage video, which is kind of a project and kind of it's a video of being photographed making a project. It's weird. So there's 4. The coal jaws and the series of bowls that I'm going to do for that is 5 once I get that recorded. And so if I organize myself properly, I should be able to have at least 5 more videos going up in the next, let's call it 7 weeks. And during that time, I hope to also start on the shop stool and possibly get back into the guitar. Maybe. We'll see. Do I have a video of my debate? The video of the debate is on the internet. I don't personally have one. When is the video of the stool coming out? I can send you a video of my stool coming out anytime you want, Pinnell. You just let me know. I didn't know you were interested. If you would like a video of my stool coming out, you just let me know. Am I going to put a cushion on the stool? No, I'm going to power carve out some butt cheeks. I like the little out of the wooden top of my the shop stool is actually, I'm going to call it the Unity shop stool. I'm actually going to call it the Unity bar stool because I think it would be better as a bar height stool in a house than as a shop stool, but I'm going to make it as my shop stool. And it's going to be based on the design of my Unity coffee table. So if you could picture that, I don't know if you can picture that, but it's going to have sort of curved legs that come up and then a floating seat on top of those legs with the corners cut out. And then I'm going to power carve some butt cheeks in it. It's an excuse to buy a good scorp for shaping my butt print. I'm gonna use the angle grinder and a saber tooth carving disc. Because nothing could go badly there. I'm gonna carve the top of my shop stool with a saber tooth carving disc on an angle grinder. Just a you know, like a $60 piece of 8/4 sapele that I'm just gonna hack into with an angle grinder. That's a good idea. Having never used an angle grinder and a carving disc. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Hopefully that can happen. Well, it has to happen before the end of the year for me to win the resolution. Obviously, haven't seen Stumpy Nub's carving video. I'm not using the Lancelot chainsaw thing. No. I've never liked even the look of that thing. The look of that thing tells me that you shouldn't... This thing should not exist. Like, there are far better ways to create a thing that can cut like that does than by having chainsaw on it. I wonder where I put that carving disc. A friend of mine is sponsored by Sabertooth. Friend of mine on Instagram. And so he gets like a huge discount on Sabertooth stuff. And so I got him to buy me a carving disc from them that I've had sitting around for a while now. I don't know where it is. But it's in the shop someplace, and I'll find it to do a shop stool. Todd Longerbeam, welcome back. I'm wondering, it might be in one of the drawers of the cabaret. I got to clean my shop again one of these days. Well, again, I still haven't yet like full on cleaned my shop since the last time I was complaining about it. So once I do that, I should find it and then be able to use it on the shop stool. It is going to be cherry and sapele. And in my head, it's pretty. Watch Blacktail Studio video of him carving a table. The attachment he used was really good. Okay. Random question. Did you teach yourself to use all the planes and shaves, or was there some instruction? There was not instruction. There was... I mean, yes, there was instruction in that I watched some people on YouTube talking about how to use these things. So Shannon Rogers is a fantastic hand tool instructor that I've gotten a lot from in terms of plane setup and use and sharpening and things like that. But I've never had any like instruction, as in like you go to a class or anything like that. And it's a lot of like, well, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Small tweaks, just trial and error. Oh, I'm going to spend another batch of money on Wednesday. Just in case you don't know, I shouldn't tell you because it's going to make the lineup longer to get into the room. But Veritas is doing their manufacturer seconds or their factory defects sale or whatever it is that they call it again on Wednesday at noon Ontario time. So it's 9:00 a.m. for me. And instead of crashing their website, they've now gone to like a queuing system where you go and you go to the site and it puts you in a line, and then you get let into the site to access the 20% off tools that are available. And just the last one, I guess, I actually got in and got one. It's the only time that they've done it that way that I actually got in and got one. was the last time. But I'm hoping on Wednesday morning that I'm going to get in and get something. The name again is Shannon Rogers. His YouTube channel is Renaissance Woodworker. He is one of the 3 hosts of the Wood Talk podcast with Mark Spagnolo and Matt Cremona. He's a hand tool only woodworker in Maryland. And I've gotten a lot of good hand tool instruction from him. He does have an online woodworking school that he does. It's called the Hand Tool School, that he runs courses in. And yeah, great dude. Always happy to answer questions and stuff if you hit him up on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. GGBO. I did not GGBO this year. I was gonna GGBO. I started one. And then I put it aside because I lost enthusiasm for it and then didn't get back to it in time to meet the deadline for the guitar. But I have a neck most of the way done on a new guitar. And I have the body and everything mapped out. I have templates already to be making it. I'm hoping I might be able to get it finished by the end of the year, but I didn't do it for the GGBO contest. Got that Stanley blade in. Sole is really scratched up, working on smoothing, leveling it. It doesn't need to be smooth. It just needs to not scratch your wood. It just needs to be flat. And it only needs to be flat-ish. People put too much emphasis on flat soles on their planes. It needs to have flat reference surface right in front of the blade and at the toe and at the heel. And like Japanese hand planes are literally like scooped out. They're relieved in certain areas so that there's only certain reference points. We'll put too much emphasis on flat bottom planes and flawless bottom planes. It's great if you can get flat, but it's not necessary. It's gouged, needs smoothing so it doesn't ruin the wood. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you get rid of all the little burrs so that it's not tearing up your wood while you're planing with it. Was that the number 3 that you were like, that I was saying I wanted to get and you sent me the link and then you bought it anyway? People going to start coming to this channel to learn? Oh, don't do that. Was I teaching again? Don't listen to me. Yeah, it's the number 3. Okay. Cool. That's probably what I'm after on Wednesday at the Veritas manufacturer defect sale, is probably like a small smoothing plane of some kind. Either a bevel up smoother or a number 3-ish size. I don't know what they're going to have, because that's the thing with the defect sale, is like whatever came off the line and had a little ding in it, like a little cosmetic blemish, that they just put aside, and then when the sale comes, all those go up for sale. So it's different every time. Hopefully I'll get into the room and there'll be some stuff left to pick from, and I'll see what I have access to and then buy something. And of course, it's happening a couple of days after I just put in a massive order with William Woodwright to buy a bunch of stuff. So I just put like, I don't know, $340 on my credit card with William Woodwright. It's hard to even find the blemishes. I know, dude. I got this. This is the first Veritas that I ever bought, was the low angle jack. And the blemish, you're never going to be able to see it. Oh, you can. The Japanning right along this edge right here has this little chip in it. $20 off. Yes, please. See, with the DX60 was the one I got at the last sale. I don't remember if I ever even found this defect. I didn't really look carefully for it because it doesn't affect. There it is. Maybe that's what they're calling a blemish. Right in here. Again, the Japanning just isn't quite super consistent right there. Maybe that's what they're calling it. 20% off? Okay. I'd throw that away. All right. Don't put it in a landfill. Give it to somebody. Unacceptable. How can you plane with that? It's way harder. It's way harder to plane with it because of that missing piece of Japanning along the top of the. It's almost not even worth having. Oh, Tyler Peterson's here. Your face is a blemish. Oh, well done. That was good. Got some Tyler Peterson originals right here beside me. Bought myself a Union number 6 adjustable scraper hand plane. Adjustable scraper hand plane. Okay, cool. I do want to replace my Stanley 80 cabinet scraper with a Veritas cabinet scraper. I have yet to see one of those in the manufacturer defect sale, but if there's one sitting there, I'm going to get it. Big jack-o'-lantern money. Yeah, Tyler did okay at the market on Saturday. Anyone in Seattle? I'm here for a month of work. Misfit is in that area. I don't think he's in Seattle itself, but no, he's in Vancouver, Washington, which is close to Seattle. But he's a pretty inconsistent viewer these days. I think he came last week or the week before. I could almost hit you with a rock if I threw it really hard. You're not that far from me, but far enough that you couldn't come visit. Maybe. It's another country, so. You only got 10 left on your end? Okay, well, we took 12 for the store, and you made 60. So I'm not a math guy, but that feels like you did pretty good. I let your passport lapse last year, sadly, or you'd be at Lee Valley. Yeah, I understand that. Just pop across on the boat, hit the Lee Valley. Plan on being in Vancouver, BC in April? Right on. I don't know what's going on with Busy Bee Tools down in Vancouver. I wanted to go see Busy Bee when I went over the last time, and the Google listing said permanently closed. I was like, huh. Okay, guess I'm not going to see Busy Bee Tools. But Lee Valley is always a must visit when you're in a town that has one of those. You think they moved? Well, then they should call it not permanently closed. They should call it relocated. Like update the Etsy, the Google listing. Permanently closed. If you moved, you're not permanently closed. You've relocated. I mean, that site might be. You can change that. Come on, Busy Bee. Should we turn out the inside of this bowl? We're half hour into the show. We're just talking. Let's go. We'll chip away at it. We'll see. I'm having fun just hanging out. But I do want this thing off my lathe. So we will see what we can do to make that happen. If you were here last week, you remember that it does have a big crack in it that we had to fill. Stayed round. It's pretty round. Pretty round. Didn't move too much after having that much taken off of it. Okay, we'll give it a go. Get some of this inside out of it. Hopefully, didn't measure the mortise again, did we? So hopefully it fits. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Go. That's pretty substantial. So I think I am going to put the tailstock up for a little bit, give it some support. Just while we hog out a bunch of it. It's super annoying to get the middle of a bowl out while it's got a tailstock on it. It's probably even more annoying as a viewer to have that thing in your way. But is absolutely safer. Instead of breaking that mortise by the hogging the material out, I can at least get a bunch out of it, and I can take that away and just knock off that middle part and then finish it. Theoretically, I might have to go get a new roll of paper towel from inside. This isn't gonna work. Gotta get further away than that so I can get the tool rest facing the right way. What in the... What have I done? Can't go out all the way. All right. There we go. Don't come here to learn. Let's get some of this out of here with the tailstock up. We'll get like some of it done. I'm not even gonna say like most of it. We'll just like, we'll do some like this. We'll do it like this until this thing annoys the hell out of me enough that I have to get rid of it. Get this out of here. I can cut myself on that if I don't get rid of it. The advantage of having the tailstock up is that I can just be like as aggressive as I feel like it, because that's not going anywhere. It's not going to be pretty, but it doesn't have to be pretty at this point. I'm just getting rid of material. Always move your tool rest when your bowl is spinning at full speed. It's already getting close to the point where this thing is pissing me off because I can't get angles and stuff. I might just have to do it without it. Yeah, let's just get it out of the way and we'll go slower. So that's annoying. Especially like when you got viewers and stuff. Like, there's crap in the way. We'll just make sure we're tight. I remember doing the mortise relatively deep because of this thing being heavy. Having a deja vu moment. Uh-oh. What? Did I wreck something doing this before? Probably. Got rid of that. We'll just go and go and go and go. We'll do it in stages. I'll go to, it's about, I can go about 3.5. So we'll go an inch and a bit, and then go sit, and then we'll go an inch and a bit, and then we'll go sit, and then we'll finish it off. probably did significantly more than an inch of it. Let's get the square. Where's the square? I think I had it out. Yep, I have it out. That's not going to do it. Where's my damn square? It's around somewhere. Whatever. Oh, we're like 2 inches deep already. Okay. I'll find my square when we go sit down. Let's do a few more because we're rocking already. I'm gonna move you back so I can get by you. Good? Can I get by you? All right. Probably enough for now. I'm pushing pretty hard, getting a little aggressive. We're at over 2 1/4. We'll do a couple more before we sit. What? Nah. We'll go to like 2 1/2 or something. We'll go to there. We'll go to whatever that is. That is like 2 5/8. Let's stop there for now. Things are going well, so why keep riding that train when things are going well? Well, where did I put? Oh, it's literally right in front of my face. It's like sitting on top of. I got new bowl sanding paper. I didn't know that Klingspor made. Come on, I'll grab it. I went to the. All right, I was at the tool shop. And Klingspor, I buy these 100 packs of my hook and loop for my random orbit sander in 5-inch. I didn't know they made them in 2 and 3-inch as well. So I bought a 100 pack of Klingspor's little 3-inch sanding discs. And I bought 3 grits of those. So at least I shouldn't run out of those particular grits for a while. Looking at, hold on, go back. I've given my money to One Way and have looked at their tool rests because of some of the recommendations I saw somewhere. I give my money to One Way every chance I get. They make quality stuff. Was it an actual question? Oh yeah, here we go. Is that Bender crossed with the Nirvana? Yeah, it's Bender doing the. Never mind. It's top of the headstock. No, that's just the ruler. I'm looking for my square. I found it. Stock tool rest cracked in two when you had a bad catch. Replaced it with the Robert Sorby system. Yeah, with the all the little wavies, tool rests and stuff. It looks like a good system. I was thinking the Sorby system meant the bowl setup. It connects to a beefy normal tool rest. Won't be the same with the cheap Amazon paper. Well, I'll still have to use the cheap Amazon paper like in between stuff probably. Hey, mud butt. Welcome to the show, my friend. That's fun to say. Mud butt. What's wrong is a robust tool rest, not a one-way. I have a one-way curved tool rest, but I've had it for like, well, over a year. But I still need to knock the corner off because it's a square bar. And you got to knock the corner off so it can in where it's supposed to go without rubbing on your bowl. So I need to get a machinist or a Bennett or somebody to like cut that for me. I'll get there eventually. I don't. It really, the only time you need a curvy tool rest. I mean, I get by with my flat one for the bowl sizes that I do most of the time, but it would be nice if I have a nice deep bowl. Like this is a 4-inch deep bowl. It would be nice to be able to get a little bit closer to that wall with the tool. So it's not quite as vibraty, but it's fine. Get that corner knocked off of that curved tool rest so that I can get inside big deep bowls a little bit better without having to move the tool rest quite so often. Be good. Over halfway done the inside. That's okay. Robust has a 12-inch curved tool rest, 1-inch base for around $80. I'm gonna see what I got. I'll show you the one way that I've got. I want to say that's about a 12-inch too. This is my my curved tool rest from One Way. I just gotta see. I've already got it marked where I need to get the end nip off. It's about, I would say it's about 12 inches. Yeah, well, it's 11, not taking the curve into account. So it's at least a 12-inch long bar. And I want to say $70 Canadian. So that's probably like 55 US for the one way. And the one way fits your Laguna just fine. It does, because I tried it in the 1216 at the shop that I bought it at. Bought one and it was slightly smaller than 1 inch. Yeah. Well, I mean, slightly. Geez, I hope. I've never actually put it in, and like I put it in the one at the shop, and it locked down, which is why I bought it. Do I have an angle grinder and a flap disc? You could probably sand that corner off. Yeah, I could, but man, that'd take forever. I don't want to do that. I could take it over to the bench grinder and just like hold it on there and just like spritz it once in a while to cool it off and just like take it down with the bench grinder. But man, that's like half-inch steel bar. I don't want to do that. I hope it works when I finally get it knocked down. It would take less than a year. It's true. If I would have started when I got it and just did it a bit at a time over the course of the year that I've had it for, it would be shaped. Where? What's wrong with it? It's just when it goes inside a bowl. Well, it's gonna be hard to show, but like you want this tip to be small because otherwise the roundness of the bowl as wants to catch on this bottom corner as you're turning. If you can relieve that, then as the bowl is turning, the bottom of the bowl coming around doesn't knock on that. The physics of it is kind of hard to. Well, there's a reason that tool rests have those. They come up to like a little sort of more of a point at the top. It's for that reason. I don't know why One Way just decided to just make a straight bar. You can just leave it out further, yeah, but then it defeats the purpose of having the round tool rest in the first place. The point of it is so that you can get into your curve so that your tool is closer to the bowl. I mean, I guess it would anyway. Shut up. Damn Pinnell and his logic. Just don't put it so close. Yeah, well, turn bigger bowls. Yeah, well, I can only turn so big on the 1216 though, can't I? Stanifer, he is super annoying, but he's what I've got. So, and oh, is he ever burning so much wood? A hurricane came through and took down all kinds of trees on his property, and he's just burning them. So much wood just getting burned. Buy a bigger lathe. Yeah, one day maybe. This is fine for a while. I'm happy with where I'm at with the lathe. If I was a turner, I would have a bigger lathe by now. But I am not a turner. I am a woodworker who does some turning. Like to get me one of those Laguna lathes maybe one day. Yeah, I got the Laguna because it was the best value that I found in the amount of money that I wanted to spend at the time to upgrade from the piece of garbage Mastercraft that I had that hurt me. I wanted to do it properly and safely, and that was sort of where I fell in the hierarchy of things. Had the first fire of the season in the shop yesterday. I hope it was on purpose. Like, I hope that was a fire that you planned to have. Yeah, get some walnut going on. Throw my guitar cut-offs into the wood pile. Make some of the exotics into pen blanks. There you go. It's not burnt yet. It's just junked up and stacked to burn later. Oh, okay. It was chilly in there. I turned my oil heater on for the first time the other night. For the first time this season. I was sitting out here having a couple of bevies and doing some cleanup and stuff, and I just started to feel like that autumn chill. So I plugged the oil heater on just to take that edge off. So I understand. Eric Hubba, welcome back, my friend. Anybody know if those Nova lathes are any good? I don't have firsthand experience with Nova lathes, but I know a lot of people who do. Well, I don't know them, but I'm in lots of, not lots. I'm in groups of turners on the internet, and a lot of people recommend the Nova lathe as an entry level option for people. It's obviously it's going to be a step up from like a Harbor Freight or a Mastercraft or something like that, but it's not. I think most of the time with tools, you're getting what you pay for. So if you find something that's more expensive than cheap garbage, but less expensive than what you know is high quality, that's where it's going to sit in terms of quality as well, most of the time. And I think Nova is kind of that sort of, yeah, your lathe was free, but it wasn't. It wasn't, you got it for free, but it wasn't a free lathe. Idiot. You know what I mean? The manufacturer retail price, that, what is it, MSRP on a lathe will kind of tell you where it sits in the quality. I'm thinking Jet or Laguna. We don't have Jet dealers in Canada. Jet is for some reason has not come across the border in terms of finding dealers. I probably would have had a hard look at the Jet. Was it 1221 VSR when I was shopping? But I wasn't about to pay freight on top of what would have been an exchange, and then another fee at the border, and then another $300 worth of freight to get it to my house. The Laguna has a dealer just up the street, the next town over. I was going back and forth between the Laguna and the Rikon 70. Somebody would have to help me out. 7220 VSR, I think. And I settled on the Laguna because it has the outboard turning capacity if I ever want to use that for essentially the same price. 220/70. Okay, so I was close. I went Jet, but it was all based on sale and price. 1221 VS. Okay, yeah, wood for $100 US. Yeah, or well, $100 off. I got the Laguna. They had a month-long Laguna sale. Laguna had it was June or July that year, where everything was 10% off. So at $1,000, I saved $100. Basically, I got the bed extension, the outboard bed extension that can also go on the bed for the price of the lathe normally. So I paid about $1,100 Canadian for the 1216 plus the outboard bed extension. And that's Canadian dollars. So, but now I don't know what they are anymore because everything's gone up so much. I would imagine they're probably closer to 15 Canadian, which would be like 1,200 US, 1,100 US, something like that. Laguna is what I got, and it's a wonderful lathe. Yeah, do you get the 1216 as well, Todd, or did you get a bigger one? Lee Valley Warehouse is right by where I am, so they had the Rikons in stock. It's a good point. I mean, a lot of it is availability and whether you want to pay for shipping or whether there's a store near your house or whatever. You can get the Jet. You can get Jet in Halifax. Busy Bee sells it with green paint and a Craft X sticker. You got me. Yeah, a lot of the stuff probably is coming out of the same factory. I mean, I would be surprised if the Jet and the Grizzly was that much different. It's all the accessories that you can easily spend another $1,000 on. Yeah, exactly. Bed extensions and chucks and extra tool rests, and I mean, even the tools that you're turning with, I haven't done too badly in terms of what I've invested in turning tools, but I'm probably at another $300 or $400, and then another $400 and a bit in chucks. And, and what else are you spending your money on? You can't take it with you. It's like you jointer. Yeah, King, Craft X, Grizzly. Tell me they're made in the same factory. Yeah, King, Craft X, Grizzly, Rikon, Q-Tech or Cut-Tech or whatever. Pretty sure they're all coming off the same line. Different paint. You know, $50 bottle of friction polish, yes. $100 set of custom grit. $3 worth of sandpaper on everything that you do. Let's get back turning. Get the inside of this bowl done. I mean, woodworking is a relatively expensive hobby, but it's not as expensive as crack cocaine. Or meth, or, you know, there are worse things you can do with your money. Now, before I get going, I want to mark this thing up. I want to go to... I want to stop before 3.5, which gives me about 3/4 of an inch more to go. So I'll go another half or so deep, and then we'll work on thinning out those walls a little bit. Okay, got less than a half now. Let's go to the walls and thin that out. You know, I should try that rounded tool rest on this deep ass thing, but I'm rolling now, so I don't want to. Always move your tool rest. when your bowl is spinning full speed. Remember that. And followed closely by rule number 2, which is don't come here to learn. That's really quite deep. It's been a long time since I've done anything anywhere near this deep. Okay, we're about at 3 of our stop before 3.5 inches. Which tool is that? This is the Easy Wood Tools #1 hollower. And we're just going to keep thinning out the sides with it. And try not to get that much deeper. We can go a little bit more. I want to try to get a nice transition between the side and the bottom so that I don't have to do too much work on that later. I'm going to do a loud noises. Let's okay. Can you hear the difference in that tone? That is tear out happening. Come on. Always move your tool rest. That's better. We'll just focus on that side wall a little bit. Let's see how bad that actually is. It's not really that bad. It sounds worse than it is. Focus on the wall, and we'll take one more break, and then we'll finish it. Yeah, little bit on the end grain, and we're at probably where we want to be in terms of the bottom. Yeah, we could go a little more, right? I did that mortise at about a 1/4 inch. Yeah, probably we can go a little more, a little deeper. You have a few more cuts across the bottom. Just to get it close to like final depth. I'm a 1/4 inch from where I said I want to stop before I get to that. So let's go another 1/8. Or however much that was. Loud noise. Ooh. That is pretty good in terms of even that corner transition to the bottom. Ah, little thicker than I usually like to go. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't want to do any more than that. Sanding is going to take a little bit more. I want to stop. I did want to stop before that, and I'm like within 3/16 or so of where I said I wanted to stop before. Never make your bowls deeper than they are tall. Good call. Next slide, 8x4 inch walnut bowl part 3. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm happy with like the rough shaping of it. I normally would want to go thinner on the walls than this, but I also really want to end up with a bowl. So I think I might flatten off the bottom a little bit and then round this edge in, and then we'll just probably get to sanding. pencil. A little high right there still. You guys can't even see that. A little high spot, I'm just marking with the pencil. That's good. Okay, loud noises. One more break, and then we will get to sanding. I am a little bit tear outy on the end grain bits, but we'll start with the 80 grit sandpaper and we'll get through that. And I'm tripping over things. Oh. All right, we're in a good place. Beer. We are in a good place to finish this off. Start with the 80 grit sandpaper and we'll just go all the way up through. Get rid of that tear out on the inside that is just from being aggressive. Maybe have a walnut bowl at the end of this. It's been a long time since I've done something 4 inches deep. You really know you're in there a long ways. Don't. Just don't. Working on making you a burl buffalo poop bowl blank. Really? Is that an actual thing? Hey, Beckham showed up. We're not giving anything away, my friend. We are, however, almost done the second part of the 2-part bowl. When you have a pressure pot, everything is an actual thing. Yeah. I wasn't seriously looking at them, but I was when I was on William Woodwright making my order yesterday. I did go to their stabilization section and looked at their kits that they had. But knowing that the Veritas defect sale is coming up and that I was already going to be spending about $300 and some odd, I decided not to add $300 and some odd to my order. Because that's another hand plane. Wife has a pressure pot for some of the resin stuff, wants a vacuum chamber. We all want all of it, don't we? Waldrop made a pressure pot out of a paint pot. I think Pinnell was telling me about that too. He was like, you just get this from Princess Auto and hook a vacuum up to it. It's a perfect bowl for some Cap'n Crunch. Yeah, if you want to cut the shit out of your mouth. It's going to be a nice size bowl for, like, yeah, popcorn or I was always more of a Fruit Loops guy than a Cap'n Crunch fella. It's very common to use a Harbor Freight paint pot for a pressure pot. Yeah, yeah, that was. I was looking at it at one point, but I kind of also just don't want to get into it. I would rather people who are already good at that do that, and I'll just pay them. Like, let the people who do it sometimes. Can't be good at everything. So some of us can't really be good at anything. We can be adequate at stuff. I'm an adequate woodworker. I think I'm an above average woodworker. So why get into something else and then just take time away from getting better at that? Been looking at a vacuum for stabilizing because making pen blanks out of burl offcuts can get tricky. Yes. Yes, agreed. Spoken like a man who made his own electoral signs. That's right. But that was mainly because I'm poor and relatively environmentally conscious. There's a combination of things there. This plastic, like chloroplast signs, way more expensive than I made my signs way bigger, despite the price of wood these days. I made 2-foot by 3-foot election signs for half the price of plastic signs half the size. So leftover signs make great resin form. They might actually. I do have to find a use for them, but that won't be hard. I can knock them apart and at least have a bunch of 1x2 that I can make frames for, like stretchers for art or whatever. I can make paint panels and then do art on them at least. At least it's not just a whole whack of extra plastic going into landfill. They're wood. There's always a use for them. Exactly. Even if I'd have to take them apart and make them into frames, I still got to make some kind of rolling cart cabinet thing for my planer. So maybe break these down, use the 1x2s to make a frame, and then just skin the outside of it with 1/4-inch plywood or something. And put some casters on the bottom and have a cart for my planer. Let's get sanding the inside of this bowl. We're just about there. This is where it gets loud, like consistently. But I'm happy with the shape. I like that I've got a little bit of the sap wood coming through here. I never did find the inside of that crack, which is right here on the outside, which means that it didn't actually go that much deeper, and I probably could have just got a cutaway, which is disappointing, but that's fine. It is what it is. Let's go. We'll start at 100. Try to get rid of that tear out. And then we'll go up through the grits, and maybe on the inside we'll just go with the liquid wax, non-liquid wax, instead of the whole custom grit system. Loud. Noises. Pretty close. Pretty close to being through the tear out anyway. 20? That got hot and melted off the the hook and loop. So just going over it again. Ow! That's super hot. Friction. Science. We're at 220 or 240 or something right now. It's looking pretty rad. Oh! I found the crack. Oh, do I have to fill that? No. No, I don't. Ah. Okay, well, the good news is I'm glad I did fill it from the outside, because if it would have taken me to here to find it, I would have a much smaller bowl. The bad news is that I should probably fill that. And then I have to go back and resand that whole damn thing that I just did. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to no, that's wrong. Don't do that. God. Everything was going so well. can't just ignore the fact that that happened. Because if you do, that bowl is going to be in somebody's house and it's just going to explode. Because wood is hygroscopic and it's going to just expand and contract, and that crack is just going to end up splitting the bowl apart. We'll go back and resand what all we just did. Shortly. What a great time to use Starbond glue to fill that hole. There's a discount code. There's a link in the description of this video where you can help support the channel by buying some of this wonderful glue. Still waiting for your Starbond. Yeah, they only just recently found out that you're the one that won it. So it's on its way eventually. Promise. That was what you wanted me to say when you pretended to find that hole, right? Yeah, that was how we discussed that. Because I totally didn't just have a crack there. I'm just pretending like I did so that I could use some of my wonderful Starbond glue. Because that's what I wanted to do just now. Instead of being done the bowl, I wanted to pretend to fill a crack and have this show continue for another half an hour. Will I be 71 before it gets here? I don't know. When's your birthday? You can wait and use the wonderful Starbond sandpaper also. Yeah, I'm going to look into whether or not they want to send me some of their new sandpaper. Starbond just released a lineup of sandpaper, hook and loop sandpaper. So I might be able to talk them into sending me some of that. You turn 70 next month? Well, then you will absolutely not be 71 when it gets there. You might even not be 70 yet. They ship pretty quick. And I have told them, but only yesterday, that this is the guy that won and this is his address. It was like $20 a box for 100 sheets. That's really good. Well, that's about what I pay for the cling spore, I think. No, it isn't. For 100 sheets of 5-inch hook and loop, I'm paying like $45 for 100 cling spores, but that's Canadian, so like 38, 30, yeah, that's good. That's good, Starbond. Well done. If it's quality sandpaper. I'm going to see if they can send me some, and I'll do a trial run on them and let you guys know whether it's any good. Gonna use it next weekend. We'll let you know what I think. Well, nobody cares what you think, Paul. You're not a YouTube celebrity. The discount codes do apply on sandpaper. Hey, good to know. I still haven't yet figured out why people can't use my discount code more than once. Well, Paul is using somebody else's discount code more than once. Why can't my code be used more than once? Somebody needs to get on that over at Starbond. All right, another beer. At least we're just sanding now. So, and I fully charged my phone before this show, so I'm not in a hurry tonight. We can hang out all night probably. Where am I at? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, still 70 something percent. We're good. He does have a bigger channel than you. Maybe Starbond. Yeah. But they did tell me specifically, like, our system is only set up to allow people to use it once per discount code. So clearly, I was lied to. Why are you lying to me, Starbond? I am going to open the door because I can actually see the sawdust in the air in here. My shop vac bag might be getting full because I don't think I'm getting quite the suction level that I normally get, because there's normally not this much. Like, I normally can't see the haze of sawdust in the air. That's why you should wear a mask while sanding. Yeah, there's lots of things you should do in life. Probably shouldn't drink beer while using power tools. Probably shouldn't go on the internet and just talk. It's that time of year where it's already dark outside at 7:24. Don't drink beer while wearing a mask sanding. It's a good call. Because then your mask would get all wet, and then the dust would stick to the... Yeah, no, that'd be bad. Seen the dust you were dealing with today? Yeah, but your dust smells good. You probably still have cedar hanging in the air down there from, like, your 60 jack-o'-lanterns. Still 2 months till the days start to get longer. Yeah, but I mean, the days are all the same length. You're looking at things wrong. The night, no. I was going to say the night is longer, which, no. Days are always 24 hours long. Doesn't matter how much light there is, they're still the same length. At work, you had to clean some ducting in a welding shop. Oh, yeah, okay. Sounds unpleasant. Wanting to do an America-Canada bike ride next year. Tried to see how long it would take to get to your town. 5 days. 5 days to get here? Yeah, you go over to California, you come up the coast. Apparently, that road, well, there's numerous roads, but like the highway trip along the coast of the US, like up through Oregon, Washington, is supposed to be like one of the best I've heard from motorcycle people, that the coastline, like California, Oregon, Washington, is like one of the best motorcycle rides in the world. Then you can pop across, come up, see me, hit Lee Valley in Victoria, and you can go across Canada and then down the other coast and then back out to Texas. That'd be awesome. You should do that. All right, thanks for a great night. Got to run. Have a good night. All right, later, Beckham. Thanks for coming in. I'll put a picture up on the internet of the finished thing after we get back to sanding. God. All right. Later, Logger Beam, people checking out. Fair enough. I get that. We're an hour 50 in. It's understandable. Just didn't want to leave that crack. Even though it is now going to involve going back down to 100 grit sandpaper and going all the way back up through it again. Should be quicker. See you then hook to Saskatchewan. See Daryl Braun. I didn't know he was in Saskatchewan. Where is he in Saskatchewan? Then over to Ontario to see Matthias. Matthias is absolutely not having you at his house. I guarantee that. If you said, hey, Matthias, can I stop by on my road trip? He would completely ignore you and never tell you where he lives because he's a huge asshole. See, this is why I shouldn't like go on the internet and drink beer and talk, because I'll say things. Stop here before my you stop in at Tyler's shop. Check out Tyler's shop on your way up island. It's only a quick 62-hour drive to Pinnell's from my house. But if he's going that way anyway, you can stop in Mississauga. I don't remember. Burlington, where the Atkins Whites live, and Brian will do you up some barbecue on the way through. Even though maybe they don't like me anymore. Vic Teslin would have you over. If you want to stop in Ontario at a woodworker's shop, I bet Vic would have you by. He's a good dude. That'd be cool. I'd like to go on a woodworking road trip across Canada. I'd go up and see the Richardsons in northern Alberta, and then go down, go talk to this Daryl Braun guy in Saskatchewan. He seems cool, depending on where he is in Saskatchewan. Go through and see Vic and the Atkins Whites, then head on through to the East Coast and see all my friends out there. That'd be good. Vic is in St. Catharines now. Yeah, he's trying to get more and more rural. Toronto keeps expanding and he keeps moving further away. He's like, no, too many people. I do have friends, Stanifer. Jealous? All right, here we go. God, now I want to take that down with this again and then go back to the start. Damn it. Just sand it? No, it's thick, man. I'll just skip across the top with the carbide just to get the glue down to surface level, and then we'll sand it. Pretty close. I don't do well with like super light cuts. I'm not I'm not graceful. I'm good at hogging material away. I'm not good at doing light cuts to just like skim some stuff off. That's gotta be enough to get back to sanding. Yep. Back to sanding. Yay! Sanding. Anybody still hanging in? Oh, there's still a few of you here. It's okay. All right. Loud noises. Oh, well, let's go back down to sanding speed. Get on there. There we go. think my drill just be. I think my drill might be just about to die. Because that was a fresh battery not that long ago. This is a fully charged battery. Maybe it's just draining batteries quick. Maybe those batteries are starting to crap out. There we go. We're back up to 240 here. We'll get this damn thing done tonight. I swear. We are just about done whether we want to be or not. I'm going to do a Scotch-Brite pad finish on the inside. And melt it off the backer again. Just too much friction, too hard pressing. Don't rush your sanding process. Unless you do a YouTube show and you're trying to get done for the night. Yeah, too much pressure, too much heat buildup. Absolutely not going to be my best sanding job on the inside of a bowl ever. Whew. hot. Scotch-Brite, some liquid wax. Where's my liquid wax? That's all new liquid wax. It's easier. We'll use the crayon. Custom high-speed crayon. There we go. It's not 100% round. Like, did it maybe slip in the truck a little bit? Because it's not. It's not running terribly smoothly. Can you hear it? You can probably hear it being a little bit like. That was the step one of the high-speed crayon. I'm just going to do a little bit of the custom wax just to blend that together a little bit in case it missed any areas, because it's absolutely not a perfectly round and smooth bowl. I don't know what's going on. But between the step one and the custom wax, it'll be a perfectly fine finish. And it's round enough. I don't even care. This stupid thing. Nothing can ever just go start to finish nice and perfectly, can it? Ready? There it is. That is what it is. That's pretty nice, everything all considered. Nothing's ever easy. That's pretty nice. Do not want to go any deeper. I can, like, between my two fingers right there, I can feel that those are not very far apart. I like that it got that little bit of the sapwood popping through there. Does have a crack. You're not going to see it on the inside, but damn. Okay. In the end, it all worked out. Just a little bit of added frustration. McGill and Kapla both almost at the same time. That's not a crack, that's character. Agreed. It's all in how you look at the world. It's all about how you look at the world. And it ended up about 7 5/8 across, 3 3/4 deep, and yeah, 3.5, just under 3.5 deep on the inside. So there's a quarter. Well, there's more than a 1/4 inch between this and the inside. There's less than a 1/4 inch between this and the inside. Nice bowl. And because of all that additional sanding that I had to do, I ended up getting rid of all the little bits of tear out on the end grain on the inside of it. Because I had to go back to 100 grit twice. Cool. All right. That's it for this one. Thank you once again for coming. Next week is Halloween. We'll see. I may or may not consider it the first one of the month, even though it's the 31st. And just do like bevies and hangout. But we will see. I'm not making any commitments about next week because obviously this wasn't supposed to be this week. And I'm terrible at projecting into the future. A nice serving of M&Ms. I agree. I agree. That's a lot of M&Ms in there. I just like the one little accent. One little accent rim. Live stream trick or treating. No. Not gonna live stream trick or treating. But everyone wear a costume next week. Pinnell has spoken. Next week, everybody needs to wear a costume. And I expect selfies of you in your costume with Mike's wooden things and stuff on the TV or the computer screen or something behind you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye for now. That's okay. I'm happy. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Peterson, for your wonderful cedar jack-o'-lanterns. I owe you a set of custom grit finishing system.